I'm Russ from Jeep Lab, and we are about to conclude a 1-year test on a few different vices in the $400 range. This was the largest of the group, American-made Yost 88 DI. This is an 8.5 inch jaw. You can flip this part backward the other way onto this side, and you'll have a 12.5 inch opening. So it's got a very large space you can work with. We haven't had a use for that yet. What we do use a lot of, though, are these jaws on the inside here. I'm going to show you the pipe jaws. Big, big pipe jaws. Look at those monsters. And you can replace them, so they're replaceable pipe jaws, which is, of course, a upgrade, but you'd have to cut a lot of pipes to have to replace these jaws. We've been cutting a bunch of pipe. We cut pipe for roll cages and things like that. And these things, the teeth look pretty much brand new still. Got some shavings in there from the last time we were cutting stuff with it. The crosshatch on the main jaw, let's zoom in here. You can see the crosshatch on these jaws is held up. Still pretty rigid. Jaws are replaceable. You can see you can take out the top jaw, you can take out the pipe jaw. You can flip this around. This is the opposite side jaw for when you want to go super wide with it. Anvil, haven't smashed anything on it. We really don't use vices for that. But pipe jaws we use, flat jaws we use. Powder coat is really held up. Powder coat looks good. I don't see any scratches in it actually. I expected to see it a little more beat up. The guys who are using this thing have not been gentle with it. So I would expect it to hold up pretty good for pretty much anybody after the beating we put it through. If I had to come up with something negative about it, it's hard to think of something negative about this vise. It's really large and well made for the price point that you get it at. And at that price point, I mean, this thing moves a little bit. I mean, that's just looking for anything to gripe about at this point. This is really a fantastic, heavy-duty, well-made, very large, very tough vise. I wouldn't worry about this thing releasing anything. When it's clamped pretty tight. Nothing's going anywhere, and it clamps to the table just as tight. It's got the little lockdowns on both sides. Really a very, very tough vise. Maybe the best vise for the money you can get if you have the room for it. You can see how large it is on this table. It takes up, I mean, this is a Milwaukee grinder right next to it. We're just grinding some stuff. That's how large this vise is. It's a very big vise. If you got the space for it, this is the one I would go with. Has not come up short with us through the entire year.